Hello, students. Good morning. I welcome you all to your English class, and this is your English teacher, Miss Gunjan Bagga. This lecture is for class 9th, and the chapter what we have picked for today is from your literature reader book Beehive. Chapter is chapter number 2, The Sound of Music. This chapter is in two parts. It's about the first part is about the Scottish musician Evelyn Glenn, and second part is about Shehnai player Ustad Bismillah Khan. In this part, we are going to talk about the first part, Scottish musician Evelyn Glenn. We'll talk about her. Okay, this particular chapter, full chapter, the unit actually speaks about how hard work and determination can serve us all. The two stories of one of Evelyn Glenn and second of Ustad Bismillah Khan actually give inside stories of the struggles and facts behind the glitz and glamour of these musicians. Okay. So first part is about Evelyn Glenn. We'll see the summary points here, what is there in the chapter. So one by one we'll just go with the points and then I'll explain you the chapter. So check here, Evelyn Glenn. She is the Grammy winning percussionist, as born just as any other normal child. Her loss of hearing was gradual. Evelyn Glennie was really a beautiful girl. Like when she was young, she was really talented, but nobody realized that, early in her childhood, nobody realized that she was losing her hearing capacity. So when she was at school at age of 8, you check here, her mother Isabel Glenn very first time noticed that she is having difficulty in hearing. At the age of 11, the marks of her deafness deteriorated. Her headmistress requested her parents to take her to a specialist. The very first time her mother noticed that she was having difficulty in hearing, and at the age of 11 till that time she hid these signs from all, like from her classmates, from her teachers. But by the time she was 11, the marks were very much clear. It was discovered when they went to specialist, it was discovered that her hearing capacity was badly damaged as a result of her gradual nerve damage. The specialist advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for deaf. Evelyn determined to lead a normal life, pursue her interest in music. In the next part of the chapter, we'll read about Ron Forbes. Ron Forbes was the only teacher who encouraged Evelyn's interest in the music. She wanted to pursue music. Everybody discouraged her, but he was the only teacher who encouraged her to pursue her desires, pursue her passion. So he was a percussion teacher at her school who recognized her potential in the field, and this man drilled her by playing two large drums of different notes. Like it was really a challenge for this man also to deal with to train actually a deaf girl for percussion. Like percussion is what, any beating instrument, any instrument that requires what, beating or striking, right? So anyway, he trained her not to hear but to feel the music through various parts of her body, and this proved great for her, and the rest was her strong determination and hard work. Evelyn never looked back, and at the age of 16 she toured UK with a youth orchestra. Now in the next part of the chapter, we'll come to know about when she was 16 only, she auditioned for Royal Academy of Music, London, and she scored the highest marks in the history of the academy there. And she took up 3 years of course there, 3 years, and notched the topmost position. She scored all the top awards of the academy. Finally, in 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award, and she has also been awarded a long string of awards, including a 1988 Grammy and 15 honorary doctorates. This is what Evelyn Glenn is. We'll see in the chapter, but this chapter would speak, the turning points of her life. So we'll go line by line explanation, but here are 2 points. You can check what exactly Evelyn Glenn's success mantra is. So in the chapter, we'll come to know that, how her life took her to the topmost position. But what Evelyn says is, if you work hard and know Where you are going, you'll definitely get there one day. And Evelyn says that music for her is what? That the music pours in through every part of her body. It tinkles in her skin, her cheekbones, and even in her hair. Let's see. Let's see the chapter. Here is the chapter. I hope you people have NCERT textbook with you, but if you don't have, it's okay. You can pause the screen and can read the chapter. Okay. The meanings are written in brackets. You can check here. I have not made any meaning box here, but those are written along with the words only. So we'll read it line wise. See here. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Okay, see here, rush hour crowds. So the story starts here, our chapter starts here with where crowds are shown, where crowd is shown where on the underground train platform. On the underground train platform, a little girl is seen there who is just 17 years old. She is nervous also and excited also. Nervous, the girl is nervous because it is maybe she's a Scottish girl, from a very small town, and this is for the very first time that she is actually going to a very big place. She's excited because she has got a chance where to be the part of prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London. So it is very exciting thing for her that she is going to London. At the same time, she is very nervous also because she had never been out of her house before, for such big thing. Anyway, the biggest challenge with this girl was what? That she was deaf. It was not that she was traveling to London, but point is that she was deaf. Anyway, see here. Evelyn Glenn's loss of hearing had been gradual. I mean, she was not born deaf. She was not born deaf. The loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't reply. I suddenly realized that she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glenn. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. See here, Evelyn, the very first time when somebody noticed that something was wrong with Evelyn was when she was 8 years old. It was actually her mother who was constantly calling her name for her piano class, but she was not replying at all. So mother noticed that something is wrong with Evelyn. And after that, it was like when she was 11, till the age she was 11, she was able to hide this, conceal this from everyone that she was having problem. But by the time she turned 11, the marks were what? The marks had started to become worse, and her headmistress called her parents and asked her, advised them to take her to specialist. And when Evelyn was taken to specialist, check here, it was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired. Impaired means damaged as a result of gradual nerve damage. Now the parents were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to school for the deaf. Check here, everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Everything looked back here means everything turned black, means everything turned very disappointing and dull for Evelyn, because she had never in fact thought ever in her life that she would have such kind of problem. But here she had no choice but to wear hearing aids to her school and wherever she would go from this point onwards. Anyway, Evelyn was not going to give up. She was a hard-working, determined girl. It says Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day, she noticed a girl playing a xylophone. Xylophone is a music instrument, okay, which is made up with what? 2 wooden bars and bars of different rows, wooden bars of different rows. Okay. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Now, obviously, when she saw and wanted to play the xylophone, everybody discouraged her, made fun of her. Even her teachers discouraged her. But percussionist is the one who plays the beating instruments or striking instruments. But it was this teacher, Ron Forbes, who spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. See, here is the trick. When Ron Forbes asked Evelyn to feel the music through her body, she actually started paying attention to the tune of the instrument, and she felt that when she was playing an instrument, the higher vibrations she was feeling waist up. From her upper body she could feel the higher drum, and from her lower body she was able to feel what the lower vibration. So though she was not able to hear the music, but she was able to feel the music as her body was responding to different notes of music. Here Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. Now she says, I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. See here, she never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances, and at the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. So this particular paragraph is talking about what? Her tour to United Kingdoms with youth orchestra. By the time she was 16, she became what? The part of youth orchestra, and had started what? Giving performances. Not only the group performances, but she moved to what? Solo performances. And she scored many awards in the university also. Okay. So check here with the next part of the chapter. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. See here, when the writer says, and for all this means her tours, her solo performances, her achievements. She says she is not a kind of a hero. She just says simply her mantra is, if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. It means if you are determined, if you know that yes, this is what your destination point is, so when you work hard, when you are focused, you will definitely reach to success one day. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. Okay, check here. Not only that she performed or she excelled, in xylophone, playing xylophone, but she achieved mastery in around 1,000 instruments, and not only she had the local tours, local performances, but she had what? Very hectic international schedule. It means soon she became an international star. Anyway, it is intriguing to watch Evelyn functions so effortlessly without hearing. For a common man it is really tough, to reach to that position, and Evelyn did it despite being what? A deaf child. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Here the writer is talking about what? The interview, when she got a chance to take interview of Evelyn Glenn. So she says, in our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. She never missed a word. Missed a word means, see, Evelyn Glenn is what? Deaf. So obviously she cannot hear what you are speaking, but for sure what she can do is she can lip read, right? So she never missed a word here means what? She was constantly lip reading the interviewer's question and was responding accordingly. Anyway, see what Evelyn says. Evelyn makes a joke here, men with bushy beards give me trouble. Check here, men with bushy beards give me trouble means she laughs. Here actually Evelyn is deaf, so she interprets what somebody is trying to say through the lip movement. So the one who has bushy beards, like thick beard, maybe she is not able to lip read properly, so she is just cracking a joke here. Not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lit. Scottish lit means in Scottish accent. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. Now she gives the reason why she is able to speak so clearly. You know, when she is not able to hear, but she is able to speak clearly because she knows how to speak, because she was like very much okay by the age she was, till the age she was 11. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. See here, not only that she was great at Scottish accent, but she had learned the language French also and some basic Japanese also. See here. And for music, she explains. What does she say about music? It pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in my skin, my cheekbones, even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. So she says how she feels different instruments. Xylophone, by she feels the music like what? Over her fingertips. Drums, the vibration of drums she feels over her body, flowing through her body. And whenever she is performing on the wooden platform, she would always make sure that she removes her shoes so that she feels what? Senses vibration over her bare feet. Bare feet means uncovered feet without any shoes or socks. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. Delights her audiences means every time she would give the best of the performance, an audience would love it. In 1991, she was presented with Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Please make note of the awards of Evelyn Glenn. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What is this something extraordinary here? What is this something extraordinary here? Something extraordinary, her sense of her, a sense to feel the music through her body is something extraordinary in her. What we people, normal people hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. See the last part of the chapter? Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Now, what is workaholic? Workaholic is a person who is compulsively, who compulsively works excessively for long hours. Non-stop working is a workaholic, trait of a workaholic person. So she says she is a workaholic. She says, I've just got to work. Often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. The prizes are huge. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. See, she is more towards the charity also. She does free concerts in prisons and hospitals. Also, she gives high priority to classes for young musicians. And Richlin of the Bethune Fund for Deaf Children says, she is shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Evelyn is inspiration for all. She has set up a point where she is an inspiration for all, that yes, anybody can do anything. Nowhere, like nothing can stop you if you are determined or if you are focused. So Evelyn Glenn has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. Okay, not people twice her age are able to achieve what Evelyn Glenn has achieved at her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Okay, so this is what Evelyn Glenn is. We know now this was the chapter, very small chapter with little details about Evelyn Glenn we have, but this little story speaks of her sheer determination and hard work, that how despite of being a deaf child, she was able to achieve the great position what even the people twice her age are not able to, right? So you can go back to the chapter, pause on the pages and can again read it. Please make the word meaning list, hard word list in your copies. Here is the question, children. This questions you have to do in 30 to 40 words, first four, and the second one is just one long answer question I have given you this time. This you have to do in 100 to 150 words. For this you can take NCERT reference help, key points from there, or you can take the explanation also, right? Please check here the questions. Do it in your fair copy. See, who helped her to continue with music? What did he do and say? Name the places and causes for which Evelyn performs. When was her deafness first noticed? And when was it confirmed? What does Evelyn say her success mantra is? And the long answer, how does Evelyn hear music? Children, this was the first part of The Sound of Music, all about Evelyn Glenn. In the next video, I'll cover the second part, that is about Ustad Bismillah Khan, Shehnai player Ustad Bismillah Khan. So this is it for today. Thank you so much and God bless you all.